Welcome back to PLP. Our today's topic is all about the lowest common multiple, which is just the same as the highest common multiple with a few differences. So when we look at the lowest common multiple to find it between the numbers 16, 24 and 28, remember the lowest number is the all of them can divide into. So once again we will use the prime factor number ladder, and we factorize each number into its prime factors. Starting with 16, we will divide by 2. That's the lowest prime number that can divide. It gives me 8 divided by 2. That will give me a value of 4. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2, and 2 divides in himself once. So that is 16's prime factors, and 24's prime factors. Again, 24 divided by 2 will give me 12. Divided by 2 will give me a 6. Divided by 2 will give me 3, and the next prime number is 3, which divides and then gives me 1. For 28, we've got 28 divided by 2 will give me a 14. 14 divided by 2 will give me 7. 7 is also a prime number and divides in himself and gives me 1. So the prime numbers or the prime factors for 16 is 2 to the power 4. The prime factors or the prime for 24 is 2 to the power 3 and 3, and for 28 is 2 to the power 2 and 7. So now we multiply all these factors but do not repeat. Means we've got 2 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, 2 is a factor, and 7. So we're only going to take 2 once, multiply it by 3 and multiply it by 7, because 2 is repeated in all three of them. We don't repeat the factors when we multiply. So they are 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. But now important, we must choose the exponent or the number with the highest exponent of each factor. So the highest exponent for 2 is a 4 here, for 3 it's a 1, and for 7 it's a 1. So we'll choose 2 to the power 4 as our exponent, and when we multiply this out, 2 to the power 4, that means it's 16 times 3 times 7 will give me a lowest common multiple of 336. This is the number that all three numbers can divide into. Next example, we've got 30, 42 and 60. So we factorize each number into its prime factors once again. For 30 we will divide by 2, which will give me 15. 15 divided by 3. Next prime number will give me 5. Next prime number is 5. Divides in himself, gives me 1. For 42, we've got 42 divided by 2. Gives me 21. Divided by 3 gives me 7. And 7 is the next prime number. It gives me 1. For 60, we will divide by 2 first of all, gives me 30. Divided by 2 will give me 15. 15 divides by 3 will give me 5. And 5 divides in himself will give me 1. So the factors or the prime factors for 30 is 2 times 3 times 5. The prime factors for 42 is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. And the prime factors for 16 is 2 2's, 2 to the power 2 times the 3 times the 5. Again, we select now by taking all the factors and multiplying them. There's a 2, there's a 2, there's a 2, so we only take 2 once, times a 3, there's a 3 times a 3 only once, times a 5 and times a 7. 5 is also there, so we only take 5 once. That means it's 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. And the next step, remember, you choose the exponent with the number with the highest exponent. So 2 to the power 2 is the highest one, so we'll change that 2 to a 2 to the power 2, the highest exponent, and that will give me 4 times 3 times 5 times 7, which is 420. That is the lowest common multiple. You will have to try this now, finding the lowest common multiple between all these numbers without using a calculator.